네, 안녕하세요. 좀 어둡게 나오는 것 같은데요. 오늘은 Day 15 예습 낭독을 해보도록 하겠습니다. Day 15, page 43 to 45 키라키라 보고 읽고 있습니다. 네, 공유를 한번 하고 할까요? 공유를? 네, 어디다 공유할 거냐면요. 저희 채팅방에 공유를 할게요. 카카오톡 전체 방에다가 채팅. 네, 어딨지요? 여기 있네요. 네, 여기다가 확인하고, 네, 지금 하고 있다고 했습니다. 공유됐고요. 네. Day 15 그러면 읽어보도록 하겠습니다. Our father said, Kyogo, we'll make part of the living room into your sewing area. That'll be nice. She didn't answer. He said, there's a free refrigerator here. She still didn't answer. He said, I'm going to paint the girls' room white with pink trim. Finally, she spoke. There's only space for 2 small beds and 1 small desk in their room. Where will you put Katie's desk when she starts school? Let me think about that, he said. We will have to put it in our sewing area. Nobody answered. I felt guilty because my future desk would ruin her sewing area. I didn't even want to go to school anyway. I forgot to think nonsense words. That's why my mother was able to read my mind and no, I felt guilty. She pulled me to her and hugged me. It's not your fault, she said, suddenly, cheerfully. A sewing set frame sat in the middle of our courtyard, but there were no swings. Some of the kids liked to climb on the frame. Everyone played outside all the time because there was nothing to do in our small apartments. When the fathers wanted to talk outside, they sat on the curb in front of Mr. Kanagawa's apartment. He was sort of their leader. His wife, Mrs. Kanagawa, didn't work so well. When fall came, she took care of the preschoolers all day. I could have gone to kindergarten, but when I went for 1 week, I cried and screamed so much that my parents thought maybe I shouldn't start school until 1st grade. There were 3 of us preschoolers, but the other 2 were younger than me, so I played by myself. I could read and write a little bit. I could collar or jump rope alone, but mostly I played with Bera. He chatted on and on, even when I was trying to keep my nap. At 3:30 each afternoon, I would watch out the window until I saw Lynn walking down the street. There were no sidewalks in our small town. I would run outside to meet her. Mrs. Kanagawa said I was like Lynn's pet dog. Most days in southern Georgia were warm and humid. After school, Lynn, some of the other kids from the residence, and I used to lie about and stare at the clouds. If it was cool enough, we would play dodgeball. At night before we went in for bed, the parents would sit on the stoop and we children would either play or lie on our backs and watch the Milky Way. Watching the sky was all Lynn's idea. Just as Miss Kanagawa was the leader of the fathers, Lynn quickly became the leader of us kids. She was a big believer in watching the sky. She pointed out that if beings from outer space even came, they would probably want to talk to us, so we should keep our eyes open. Some nights before bed, Lynn and I would make our wishes. First we made selfish wishes, and then we finished with unselfish wishes. One night though, Lynn said, let's just make a selfish wishes tonight. That seemed bad, so I said, okay, you start. I wish for a bed with a canopy and a box of 16 crayons instead of 8. I wish that I will go to college on a scholarship someday. I wish I will be homecoming queen in high school. I wish I could afford a nice house. 네, 여기까지가 Day 15 금요일 부분을 읽어봤습니다. 네, 내용이 꽉꽉 찬 3페이지여가지고 조금 많은 편이 있는데요. 그렇게 단어는 어려운 건 없었던 것 같고 새로운 등장인물이 나오네요. 그 아빠들 중에 리더 격인 카나가와 그 미세스 카나가와가 나옵니다. 카나가와 이름이 처음 나와가지고 좀 생소해서 다시 읽어봤습니다. 카나가와 그리고 린 언니도 그 무리 중에서 아이들 중에서 리더가 되네요. 네, 그렇습니다. 저는 이제 오후 이제 일정을 시작하기 전에 오후 일정 시작하기 전에 이렇게 읽는 시간을 가졌고요. 여러분도 한번 책 읽어보시고요. 그리고 이따가 한국 시간으로는 저녁 10시죠. 10시에 같이 만나서 Day 15 이야기 해보시면 좋을 것 같습니다. 네, 감사합니다. See you. 뿅.